Hello, everybody. How's it going? My name is Matt Chacha. I'm your friendly lead community developer here at Gun Media, and we are live with Tales from the Stream. I am joined by...
I am smiling really hard.
Mr. Wes Keltner, president of Gun Media. He's got big smiles, winks, all kinds of blinks, all kinds of fun things. And he's got one of the dopest shirts I've ever seen. Yeah. Savini and Baker and Botten and Nicotero. That's pretty cool, man. I like it.
We put Flash in the audience, man.
Yeah, right. We also have my buddy Dan Nixon, director, Durcom.
Don't do that.
Director of Communications, also known as Thump Thump. He was telling great stories in the pre-show, and sadly, you'll all miss it. But basically, don't go on road trips with Dan.
Never.
Don't go on road trips with 18-year-old Dan. That's what it is.
So past Dan. If you run into past Dan, avoid at all costs.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, everyone's saying he's back. He's back.
Oh.
I believe they're referring to you.
You talking about me? Thanks,
you,
guys.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I really appreciate
the glue to the show because it came off the fucking wheels when you weren't here.
I messaged Dan. I was like, "Great job, guys." He was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Oh, great job."
I'm like, did you watch it? Were you sleeping like the whole time, man?
I was a little in and out, but I did want to thank everybody from the community for all the well wishes. I really appreciate that. Today on Tales from the Stream, we've got Until Dawn, also known as Bad Decisions with Dan, who is on the sticks. We're playing Until Dawn on PS4, obviously. It's PS4 exclusive.
It was.
It stars Hayden. I'm going to try it. Hayden Panettiere.
Sure.
I think
Sounds right.
That sounded pretty close, right?
I mean, I would go with it.
All right. So,
I mean, it stars like a lot of people.
Right. Remy Malik. Yeah. Is that you say his name too? We're not good with names today.
No, Remy Malik, yeah.
Okay.
And I think there's another name in there. I'm just drawing a blank. But anyhow, Until Dawn, for those of you who don't know, is a game that, without getting into any story elements, it's a really interesting take on horror and like the choose your own adventure style of you have these decision points that you can make throughout the game. But I'm not going to spoil all that. We're going to watch Dan jump into it, and we're going to get chat going with our usual horror slash maybe.
And we all love this game, by the way. We've all played this game.
Yes.
This is a fantastic title, so as we should play.
As is the name of the stream. Because it's going to be bad time for
all
of these people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Dan is going to systematically take them out one by one with his
The dude from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, okay. Are you talking about Agent Coulson? Is he in this? Am I drawing a blank?
I don't know.
I've played it. Yeah. But anyhow, Dan, you can go ahead.
It's almost like we have the access of the whole of human knowledge at our fingertips.
Yeah.
Just like...
Yeah, that's...
I mean, the one thing that we did love about this main menu, though, is that you can control Hayden's face using the joystick. So we were really hoping that maybe like all the buttons you could control all things, like left bumper, right bumper might be like left and right eyebrow.
Yeah.
And you could like move her eyes maybe with the left joystick.
I mean, that's a whole show right there.
We could have done the entire stream just with that. It would have entertained me anyway. I don't know how well it would have done for a stream.
Dan had her head going
to the beat,
nodding along to the beat of our intro.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was crying. Yeah. Before we get rolling, though, let's get our shout-outs real quick. We got Hanson Goons in the chat, JJC405, Funky Boscarelli, Newman on Gaming, Adam Wilson, Rogue, Nick from Slash and Cast. I saw a Land of the Cleaves in there. I know we got Frequent Trombone.
Let's get some head nods, Dan. While
yeah, there you go. Pan Coons. We got a whole ton of you guys in here. It looks like we've got a Zombie Blue Eyes. Hey, Zombie Blue Eyes, how you doing? Mad Moxie, hey Moxie. So yeah, like I said, guys. All right, let's load it up. Venom, how's it going? Havoc.
Hi, Kim.
He said hi, Kim. Boots.
My wife's finally watching a stream, and she's signed in as herself and not me, so I can say that.
That's awesome.
And say thank you very much for watching.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
All your boos signed in. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Mr. Feet, how you doing? There's your shout out, Mr.
I just smacked the crap out of my mic, but I'm like, I'm sorry.
Eat on her feet.
Sometimes she's like, sometimes my wife's just like, do you just play video games all day? I'm like, no.
I do real things.
And then she's like, well, I'm going to watch you on stream and see what you do. And it's like, well, I'm playing video games on stream today. This isn't the job, man.
Yep.
Are you guys excited for Supermassive's new horror games? Indeed.
What's coming out?
I forgot the name of it already. I'm a terrible person, but I remember watching the trailer for it, and I was like, I'm in 100%.
Well,
I mean, it's similar in
this
kind of storytelling, similar camera work. Like, it looked very, very similar, which I'm totally cool with because this is great.
This game is one of the reasons that I got a PS4, and we played through this, and I got pretty close to the end, and I was like, I've made terrible decisions, and I don't want this story to go like this. So we kind of set it aside, and then we found Hidden Agenda, which is like a police procedural version of this.
Right.
But if we were playing that, everybody would be able to like log in on their phone and do the decision points. And, you know, every once in a while you have like a super decision point to where you can say, no, this is the shit that's going down, and ruin the game for everybody.
Sounds like your speed. You would love to do that.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, what's funny, you brought it up, though. It's the same, what Dan just said. It's the reason he got a PS4. When this came out, I was kind of like waiting for an exclusive or two that I would be really into, and I know that most people would say there's plenty of exclusives on PS4 that could have motivated the purchase, but I saw a horror game with this kind of freedom of choice kind of, you know, being one of the main mechanics that they were talking about, and I was like, well, all right, now I'll get a PS4. That's the PS4 that I still own, but I bought this at launch, and I got a sweet deal on PS4 and Until Dawn. Yeah, I bought my PS4 for Until Dawn, exactly. There you go.
Yeah, I think someone in chat figured it out. Man of Medan. I'm sorry. I'm not good at that. I don't know that I would have selected that name because it doesn't kind of roll off the tongue very well.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
Maybe that's just a project name. I don't know. But as always, in the booth, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Rob Fox is behind the scenes, running cameras, keeping the stream running smooth. So hats off to Rob. Dan, are you hearing the volume of the game okay?
Yeah, we got subtitles too, so I'm good. Maybe the chat can let us know if it's good. I mean, we're talking right over it, which is kind of to be expected, but...
What really matters is, can you hear Matt's voice? Chat. That's what really matters.
Whoa.
You've got that, you know...
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Tales from the Stream.
Exactly. It's kind of got that late night radio.
That's right.
This is Matt with Night Moves,
Hello.
WKR, whatever, right?
Yep, that's right. WGUN from Lexington, Kentucky. I feel like I saw Kenny Rydell a little while ago. I saw some flannel and some blue jeans.
Yeah, well, I got called out on that last stream because I was wearing...
Oh, that's right, because you were in your Kenny Rydell cosplay.
I was.
Yeah. Thanks for the Gun After Dark voice, yeah. Wes Keltner, don't worry. Nobody knows how to pronounce Man of Medan.
Okay, good.
So
I'm not the only...
Thursday afternoon slow jams with Nick from...
Is it Medan, you think? Man of Medan? Man of Medan?
I think it's Medan.
Medan?
I mean, but how do I know?
I feel like they really need to change that.
That is Canadian clothing? Yeah, pretty much. That's true. Yeah, they issue that at the border when you go to visit. Like, oh, want to hang out for a while? Here's
Here's a flannel.
Here's your official flannel and some...
I mean,
denim.
Seattle and Portland's kind of the same.
That's true, too. But they're like mini Canadas anyway.
I mean, isn't San Francisco like that, too?
I mean, it could be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like people wear their flannels and their beanies and...
Freaking hoodies.
Man, it's been a minute since I played this, and as they're going through this bit, I remember the motivation to kill everyone. Right? Because this scene happens, and you're like, that's so messed up. Like, yeah, all right, you're all... First chance I get, I'm making the wrong decision. Like, you know... Yeah.
I could see Dan wearing a Canadian tuxedo on a daily basis. Yep.
I like that both of our eyes went immediately to that. We were like, oh, somebody said something about Dan's wardrobe?
Have y'all ever seen me wear flannel?
No, but that's not a Canadian tuxedo. That would be all denim.
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
You have the right name and everything. Where'd you get the Canadian tuxedo denim, Dan?
That's not what they called it.
What is it, President and CEO Levi Strauss? Is that the next line?
In Kansas, it was the Whiskey Tango tuxedo.
Which is...
What is that?
It's the white trash tuxedo.
Oh. And that is...
The three-piece denim suit.
Okay, yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Like, sorry I messed that up for everybody. But
Press the correct action button before the timer runs
yeah,
out.
she's dead.
Yeah, Beth is done.
Bam! I'm the best.
Hanson Goons with the pizza and the rip in the mixer chat there. That pizza.
You're going to go with...
Fast!
Does Dan want a liter of cola? Yeah.
I do.
I want a large.
You know, I won't watch Super Troopers 2 because I feel like
Yeah.
it can't even, like, it'll just ruin it for me. You know, like, it can't be as good.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not a bad movie.
I feel like the first one, though, has such a special place for me that
Same.
it's fine already makes me go, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
probably not going to.
Right.
You know, no offense to it or anything like that. I'm sure it's funny enough. It's just those kinds of films, they hit like a certain, holy crap, I had no idea I would like this movie so much.
It's so hard to replicate
Right.
something that kind of came from nowhere, had so much comedy that you weren't necessarily accustomed to. I don't know. It's just right time, right place, right people. The writing was great. You know, like just trying to redo that again. I'm like, I don't know.
Right. And you have to remember, too, those guys all being buddies, they probably have been riffing on some of those characters for God knows how long now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So. That's one thing I wonder if we could turn the tutorial off. Really throw Dan to the Until Dawn wolves.
I mean, we're already, like...
We're almost through it.
Chase that shit. Let's go.
Yeah. Where's the button to chase the deer into the woods?
Hello?
Matt, have you seen Broken Lizard's live comedy DVD? No, I haven't. I have not, but I'll have to check it out. Yeah, first cannot be replicated. Yeah, exactly, Goons. That's kind of where we're at.
You guys getting Devil May Cry 5? It's not my style of game. It's not that it isn't good. I'm not good at it.
Right.
I was about to say,
Rob.
Who is Rob?
Rob will
Right.
be all in on that, 100%.
So I Googled how to pronounce Medan. Uh-oh. Let's hear it.
The irony there is you mispronounced pronounce. You said pronounced.
I did? Yeah. Wonderful. So I'm already behind the curve. But let's hear it. Pan,
Okay.
Pan, you can't really
Let's hear it.
lead with that.
Yeah, type out phonetics of how to say it. It's pronounced me,
Don.
Don, me Don.
Don? That doesn't...
Okay.
Now, can you Google how to say D-A-N-N-E?
It would be Don, right? Deanne? Me Deanne? No, that can't be right. Like Median? Like Medellin?
Man of the median?
Medellin, isn't that like the Colombia drug tail location?
Whoa. All right.
That's not the same thing.
No, they're not related.
This game is like a legit movie where you control everything and any person can play it with ease. I agree with that.
Yeah.
They definitely captured a real like horror film experience. And it's got that, like the closest thing to playing Scream, you know? It's kind of got that vibe. Fantastic music too.
But I also remember about my playthrough, I would find myself just paying attention to what was going on and everything, and then one of those cues would come up, and I'd be like, oh, crap, that's right, this is a game, you know? and I mean, that's...
Oh, shit.
What are you going to
Gonna
do,
do.
Dan? Let go, let go.
Oh, my God, he drops her.
Savagery.
Oh, and it cost him.
That's karma, dude.
That is karma. You are a bad person.
Now you're both dead.
Well, if he'd have let go, would have been both dead too.
I guess that's fair, yeah. But he could have died with some honor, you know.
No thanks.
Dr. A.J. Hill. Yeah, so, what I was saying was that's not a knock at the game. That was, the content was so engaging that I was like, I want to watch, you know, I just want to hang out and watch it like a movie. But
I love all of the scenes with the like the therapist in them.
yeah,
Like if you haven't played the game, I think we just picked it up for like $20 or something. I love it.
I watched Velvet Buzzsaw. Ronnie overhyped it. Oh man, I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Until Dawn has a prequel. Is that what I was seeing something when I was trying to set up the stream for this, and you know, you select the game title. When I did, they had Until Dawn, some subtitle, and I was like,
Yeah.
is that what I was looking at? What's it called again? Something with a B?
Well, they also had a.
I mean, is it a prequel or is it a DLC?
I think it's a DLC, but it's a prequel to the story.
They also had a VR thing.
Oh, yeah?
That's probably what they're talking about, the VR prequel. I don't know what it's called.
There was something about, maybe it's called Carnival something? I don't know.
This guy's a great character actor. Land of the Cleaves, I agree. Even just his voice, there's something where he's one of those people that does a really good job of giving you the impression that something ain't right with him.
Man, can you imagine their VO budget?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Be impatient.
the talent and VO budget for this, just that budget, probably exceeded the entire budget of Friday the 13th.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yep.
Until Dawn, Rush of Blood is a VR shooter. Gotcha. How's it going, MMHG? The Inpatient is a VR legit prequel. Oh, okay.
Rush of Blood is what the VR was called. Wasn't there some kind of carnival? I don't know. I thought there was a Until Dawn carnival thing, but maybe I'm making that up.
There goes Wes, telling stories.
Oh.
You know? You make me feel uneasy.
It's the Jeepers Creepers Scarecrow sitting right there, man.
Yeah, right.
Like,
I'm pretty sure it's the horrifying Scarecrow.
That's Rush of Blood. Okay. Was Rush of Blood themed in a carnival?
Wes wants to go to a carnival. Yeah, he's got carnival on the mind. Havoc,
true.
you're right.
It's true. I like corn dogs.
I want to go on the tilt-a-whirl.
Here we go. Now it's time to start talking about food. Caramel apples,
What's
kettle
everybody's-
corn.
Wait, I got a way to divert. Last chance diversion. What's everybody's favorite carnival ride? What's your favorite carnival ride?
Let me think about that. I mean, I love all the horror ones where you just get in. It's got like animatronic boo guys that get out. But it's probably going to go with Gravitron.
Okay.
That's probably what I'm going to go with.
I barfed off of Gravitron once, and I'm never going on again.
Yeah.
I was in it, and I was like, "This is so cool! Look at me!" And then I got off the ride. I took like 2 steps, and I was like, "Bleh," and then I'll never go again. So I'm done. I'm done. What's the zipper? Is the one that's my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
The oval with the cart that just you flip like an unreal amount of times as you're going around that thing.
I don't even want to talk about these.
Yeah, the flipping over and over,
Yeah.
that can get to me too.
The Gravitron.
As a kid, it didn't matter, but now if I try to ride something like
yeah.
that, nope.
See, the Gravitron for me seemed so harmless, and I think that's what made me not enjoy it, was because I went in there thinking, this is no big deal. I spin in a circle,
Yeah.
no gravity, centrifugal force. I went to science, Came out of the thing, and I was just like, oh my God, walking on flat ground now. And But the flipping you expect. What about you? What's your favorite?
I don't do those rides.
At all?
I don't do any of the rides. No, because I have like terrible motion sickness.
Gotcha. That's true. Yeah.
Like since you were young?
Yeah, since about the time I was 14. Like when I was younger, I would still go on the rides, and I'd just be like, an hour into being somewhere, I'd be like, I feel like crap.
Even like the swings?
The swings.
The swings.
Was it just spin around?
Yeah.
Yeah, anything that spins, I would just be like, Mom, my head hurts a lot. Like, I don't want to be here anymore. And she'd be like, just sit down somewhere and wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'd be at like a fair or like an amusement park for 12 hours. And for 8 of it, I'd just be like, this sucks.
I guess I'll go throw the rings at the bottles again.
Yeah.
Like,
The scrambler was the one that always kind of got me like,
Yeah.
get all, as a kid and be like, damn, should not have had 3 cotton candies before I got here.
right. 3 cotton candies, a corn dog, and a soda. Yeah.
At theme parks, they have the one that like, it's like the big hydraulic where everybody sits in the circle and they just shoot you up.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah,
then you like free fall back down. It slows down. That's like the only
See,
thing
those
I
are
can do.
fancy. Those aren't really carnivals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real theme park.
That's like
They have money. In
the
those.
only rides that I can go on.
Yeah.
See, I grew up in a small town. We didn't get that stuff. We had the little shitty.
I want the rides that are towed behind like a
It's
bus.
exactly
at
what-
150.
That is not the rides that you want.
Yeah.
Those are the ones
Yeah.
where it's like, hey, I kind of cut my hand on the railing, and they're like, not here, you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a carnival if it's not like a slightly rickety, maybe the person operating the ride has been drinking kind of.
Like they had that like peep, not a peep show, but like a
A peep show?
You know, like
Like, what carnivals are you going to, man?
Hold on.
A
it's
12-year-old West.
You know, where they
the
have
peep
like
show.
it's like a freak show, I guess. Like where you go in and there's all these oddities and weird stuff in there. Like you pay 50 cents or something and you get to walk through and
Yep.
see a couple weird things. They had several of those at the ones I grew up in, and one of them had like the headless man that's still alive.
Yeah.
Right, and it's like a dude sitting in a chair or whatever, doesn't have a head. And, you know, you see his, like, you know, hands kind of moving around and stuff. And I'm like, that's an animatronic. That's not real. My friend was like, flip him off. You know, because I don't know, we're like 8 or something. And I'm like, you know, throwing the birds. And then he throws them back. And we were like, oh, my God, it's fucking real, you know.
He has no head.
Right. Rides were held up with duct tape and nails. Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Rub some dirt on it, Dan. Get back on the ride. See? Yeah. I mean,
Rub some dirt in my tetanus. That's what I should do.
Vince Neil headlining and Pabst Blue Ribbon soaking up funnel cakes. Yeah, that's.
sounds about right.
Yeah.
Like, I think that might be my favorite queue to be in, is the funnel cake queue.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
It's like, just give me 4 plates. Like, just keep it coming.
Yeah, I love
Matt's from New Jersey. He's totally been to Great Adventure. Guilty. And yeah. We call it Great Adventure in New Jersey, not this Six Flags thing. I don't know what that is.
Dude, where I was, where I grew up, we had Worlds of Fun, which was about like maybe a block of fun. I don't know if I'd say a whole world or worlds.
Yeah, multiple worlds. That's
There's like a block of it was
ambitious.
fun, but it's like they have all these plants around there to try to keep it cool. But all it is like catching the humidity. To where you go for the 3 months that they're open, you're like, I'm in the jungle.
Right.
Like, what are we doing here?
a zombie mud run. I would totally do that.
oh hell yeah.
I did just a regular, you know, tough mud or whatever
Yeah.
they're called. I did it. I won't, you know, I'm not.
Did you finish it?
Oh yeah,
Nice.
but I wouldn't say I would sign up for another one identical to that.
No, the zombie mud runs are usually not quite so grueling.
Well, see, around here, since we have horses, obviously, where they had the mudder thing was at where they also train for the World Equestrian Games, like for the horse stuff. So all the things you had to climb over were those horse, you know, the horses.
Yep.
And then there's a big vat of mud grossness on the other side.
Mud grossness.
Mud.
Yeah, right.
It's poop.
Yeah. And this, we went in, it was late, it was about this time, late March, early April, and it snowed the day before. Now, the snow had already melted, so everything was just
Yeah.
wet, but it was still cold. It was like 40-something when we did this. Oof.
No, thank you.
No, it was,
I don't want to be covered in
no, because
some mixture of
right
mud
when
and
you
horse
get
poo.
to the end of it, there's a waist deep, you know, through
Yeah.
water that you have to,
in the 40-degree weather. No,
yeah,
thanks, man.
yeah.
Nope. I'm blasting the stream right now for the song. Yeah, the soundtrack in this. I think it was actually Gun Media Support was saying, love the soundtrack in this.
Zombie
Great soundtrack.
paintball. Yeah, zombie paintball's a lot of fun. They have one here that they may not have it anymore, but it's a tractor is pulling these big carts that hold maybe, I don't know, eight people or something, and they have fixed mounted paintball guns like this.
Oh wow.
And it's like $5 per magazine, and that's probably, I don't know, 50 rounds or something, you know?
And so you just unload on
And you
them?
just set on this thing, and it drives through an old cornfield, and they have parts of it mowed down, and then within the mowed down area, there's like an old car and some barrels turned over or whatever, and,
Alright.
and the zombies pop out of there, and you're like, you know, it's super fun.
That's pretty cool.
It was fun.
It's like 0 chance for the zombies, but it's still
Yeah.
pretty cool.
It was one of the few times that dropping, hey, I worked on Friday 13th,
Paid off.
paid off for me. I got unlimited paintballs.
Nice.
Yes.
You're like, here's my $5. I want to kill all the zombies.
Yeah, I mean, I paid to get on it, and then the guy's like, you know, anytime if you need a refill, you know, let us know, and we'll come take your $5, you know.
Yeah.
And I was sitting right next to the driver guy, and we struck up a conversation, and I was like, yeah, you know, I
Really use a refill.
I worked on that game. Can you give me some free paintballs?
I like that your character is not wearing the black and white and red flannel shirt, so she's wearing the black and red flannel skirt. Like it's got to be incorporated. It's
Gotta have plaid.
you know.
Quick or safe?
That sounds
Jump.
better than the one I went to in Pittsburgh, and I thought
Jump.
we were the zombie capital. Oh, see? You need to get down here to Lexington so you can ride in the back of a truck and just mow down the zombies.
Yeah. I mean, Pittsburgh is the zombie capital.
I mean, that sounds so Lexington, though.
The tractor thing?
You need to come down to Lexington so you can get in the back of a tractor and mow down, mow down some zombies.
Yep.
Don't knock it till you try it, man.
Did you guys watch the reboot for Puppet Master that came out recently? I got about halfway through, and honestly,
I watched the trailer and I was like, yeah, okay.
yeah, I got about halfway through. It's look, man, I liked some of the first Puppet Master movies, like going way back when I was a kid.
I feel like they won't hold up if I went and watched it now.
No, yeah,
I'm gonna be like,
right. It's something I'm better off remembering. Yeah, don't move, don't move.
Hey!
Oh, what did you do? I was just letting you know that you shouldn't move at that part.
That's it. Come on.
You guys,
You suck.
zombie kill of the week. He killed all the zombies for the week. I mean, you know, I love it. Honestly, they just added it to Shudder, a bit of hipster humor in it. Yeah, you know, it got about halfway through, and I was like, I don't know.
that first time you failed that, the second time it should have been a wolf come out and just whoop, taking a hand straight up.
I only have one hand for that.
And then it's game over, and it's like, hey, thanks for joining us today.
I play the My Puppet Master collection at Halloween parties in March. Wait, I don't know if I read that wrong or.
At Halloween parties in March.
Yeah, Zombieland 2 better have Kill of the Week again. Agreed. Dan, did you know that as you explore, you can...
Oh, shit.
What happened?
You broke it.
Oh, we just had to wait.
I don't want to wait.
They wanted you to read the tutorial.
I don't read.
And then she puts it back. What if we need that?
Mm-hmm.
Keep that.
I mean, we just looked at
I
a
mean,
big
she's
sign that said the indigenous people of this area made those totems. But yeah, we should totally just pick them up and put them in our backpack and say, "Is it going with me?"
I mean, that's kind of like how all these movies happen, right? You know?
Did you notice her fingernail polish was perfect, but she's been climbing up rocks and stuff? Immersion ruined.
God, forget it.
I
Shut it
mean,
down.
Females in the chat now, they'll be like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you ain't climbing anything.
You touch anything and your nail polish chips off. I know that from my wife. She's always like,
Not in the bag, are you?
My friends celebrate our birthdays with horror themes no matter what. Oh, awesome.
gel nails. Yeah,
did she just ask if somebody was hiding in a bag?
I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
Maybe. Why don't you check if somebody's hiding in that bag?
I mean, that's what we're doing.
We're snooping. We are bad friends.
A butterfly effect appears when you have Ashton Kutcher come over.
Are you looking at my phone?
he won't be mad.
Scared me.
I'm sorry. Are you my secretary?
I was buzzing.
Cool. Well, thanks for letting me know. I can take it from here.
Sassy.
No, so my whole plan during this stream is to try to make the worst decisions,
Okay.
because that's the whole point. That's
Yeah, sure.
what we titled it, right?
Yeah, bad decisions with Dan.
So, come on. It's this way.
I lock my phone. Yeah, same here, but I mean, or you just get mad at everybody that looks at it. Whatever.
Did I lock my phone?
I left mine out there somewhere, so someone's probably.
Oh, hold on. There's something over here shining. I'm
Oh, Rogue
gonna
says,
see you.
I see Zombieland
a
2
little bit.
being in the same vein as Super Troopers 2. They won't strike gold twice.
Yeah, maybe.
There's a good chance of it. I mean, you know, I got to wait until I see a little bit more, but
All right. I guess I should have just followed him.
wow, you blew it.
Hopefully nothing kills me now.
Yeah. Again, though, I'm going to sound corny, but sound design, the Snow Crunch,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just really good.
There's so many things that you get to do cinematically when you make a single player game. I'm jealous.
Visit from America's Most Wanted.
I guess we could always
Just do a single player.
start making single player games, but I just love multiplayer, man. I just love it.
Ta-da!
Instead of like a linear, fully polished story that I get to play in this scenario, in ours or in asymmetric horror that's multiplayer like that, I like that you kind of provide the set pieces and everyone else is,
Yeah.
you know,
The story is relying on the player to then
Right.
experience the
and that's
things.
why sometimes like you play some matches and you're like, damn, that was freaking awesome. And it was because, well, everyone was kind of playing their role, you know, the right way. When someone doesn't, it's jarring and it breaks it. And then you're like, this sucks, you know.
Yeah, a little bit of a double-edged sword there, I bet.
It is. It's, yeah, for sure.
Dan's life decisions now in video game form. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
You don't know me. Bam.
Oh, I remember this now.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it too.
No, come on.
I'm
Really?
doing it. It's
Wow.
bad decisions.
Wow. Nice.
Wow.
F-13 did give me many wonderful
Oh, God.
memories of murdering friends, and I found my boyfriend of 2 years on it. That's awesome.
Matt, when'd you go do the motion capture for that dance?
Yeah,
I did a dance?
You missed it.
Damn it. I was reading chat and I missed it.
Anybody and their brother could shoot a bottle that big, that close.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of like set this squirrel up for defeat.
Yeah.
She was like, bet you won't kill a moving target.
What up?
Hayden will remember that.
Ba-na-na-na-na.
I mean, I'm sure that screams like that don't mean nothing.
Do that! Chris, that is so effed up!
What?
That poor little guy was alive about 10 seconds ago!
And now he's
Oh,
not.
come on.
Right.
Squirrels are just rats with bushy tails.
I mean, he's not wrong.
That's what I call them tree rats.
He's not wrong.
That's what
Now
I
you see
call
how
them.
that
Get her!
tiny animal just attacked you?
Then why is it attacking her?
She didn't do anything. She's the one who's like, don't do it.
Hey, look, our cable car's coming.
Dude, my wife's gonna give me so much shit if she's watching. I can't believe you did that. You're such a terrible person.
It's definitely weird coming back up here after a whole year.
Yeah, I swear, the moment I got
Wait, why is Goons talking about the Lexington shotgun massacre? What?
I don't even know what that means.
Whoa. Are you talking about Dan murdering squirrels?
Ah,
That's
yeah.
another thing. PG-13, Dan, geez, yeah. Can we mark this? Mature audiences?
said that, what people?
I can't believe you did that. You're such a terrible person. Dan, I mean,
Sleeping in the station.
It's the name
the
of the
name of the stream
stream.
is Bad Decisions with Dan.
Like the whole point is to be the worst.
Are you horrified, Praetorian? No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I would love it if I could have everybody in this game dead in an hour.
Oh, you've only got 15 minutes left. I think that's unlikely.
I mean,
We're going to run long, probably.
we can try.
We're going to give it a shot. If Hayden penned it to the air, we'll stop just looking at the sky here. Let's get it moving. We got people to kill.
Oh, I'm actually controlling the other guy, so maybe I should.
Oh, yeah, all right.
I don't think that's correct, Rob.
I don't think it's Hayden Pantyhose.
Feel of killing time.
Let's get Dan a squirrel skin cap.
How long is this gonna take?
For the next stream, you have to wear some type of squirrel skin cap.
For a healthy body and mind.
We need a squirrel emote. Let's get in touch with Jinx.
Water Mountain.
A squirrel emo?
Yeah.
Like a squirrel or a squirrel missing its head?
Or Dan's red beard, but the beard is a squirrel wrapped around his face.
With the tail just going up over the ear, maybe.
Come on, man. There's got to be like... She ain't helping at all.
No.
She's like,
You killed the squirrel. She is not happy with you.
is there anything well, she don't get to freaking go on the cable car with me.
The guy you're controlling looks like the host of Top Chef Jr.
I've never even, I didn't know that was a thing.
The guy from New Zealand. Yeah, this
Is your daughter into that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Back to work, Matt.
You're like, no, I am.
Yeah. I
my
love
favorite
Top
show.
Chef Jr. And he does. He looks like the. If Moxie's still in chat, she'll back me up on this. Of course, she's probably gone now, and I'm gonna look like a fool. I think for the next stream, Dan should dress in the Canadian tuxedo. I think so. He should wear the garb of his people.
I'm not Canadian.
I mean, you know, we've decided that you're Denim Dan, so
I haven't seen it.
it's now canon.
No.
Yeah.
Y'all can eat crap. Like, it's not happening.
What's it called if it's bleached denim? Oh, that's like the acid wash, like the 80s garb. You know?
We're here, aren't we?
I don't know why
That's
all
denim,
y'all have to come after me.
That's Denim Dan Cortez.
Denim Dan
can we-
Cortez.
You remember Dan Cortez?
Oh God. Yeah.
MTV Sports. Everyone in chat's like, what are you talking about? I wasn't born yet.
Back when MTV Music Television was trying to do anything to get away from music.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't very Canadian of you, Dan. Yeah, so you don't tell people to eat crap.
Yeah, because I'm not Canadian.
Dan will remember that.
Sorry.
He's already Shaggy Shifty. Oh, man. Zoink.
I mean, people have called me like Sassy Samurai, Shaggy Samurai, Denim Dan.
Denim Dan.
And Matt, like one of the only people that works for me is like Dirtcom Dan.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
they hate me. Like, I need you guys to not hate me.
Oh,
Like, you don't have to
stop killing squirrels then.
You don't have to like me. But, like,
Just don't hate me.
Don't hate me. Like, I'm not terrible.
This is why we bought Moxie a bacon kit. Says she
Yep.
loves cooking shows. See? LMAO at Sassy Samurai. Yeah, oh, that's the name around here.
That's what they call me on Twitter. Like, if people saw the Twitter exchange today,
Yes.
which I know Nick saw.
Close your mouth, girl. Damn.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I know she's like, I don't know people that sit around with their just showing their teeth all the time.
Like, this is a woman all by herself on a mountainside. She's definitely gonna die first. Oh,
Jess, hey.
Jessica, over here.
We're in the large structure that just came down the cable.
We're stuck in this stupid thing.
Can you please let us out? Pretty please?
Don't do it.
You can select to not do it.
it won't let me do anything else.
You have to do it. Gotcha.
It would have been cool if there was an option to like just make faces at the window.
Another 10 minutes in there, and I would have chewed off my own.
Ben just got warned by Moobot for shouting.
Good.
Stop yelling, Ben.
That's his natural voice. He's always loud.
Yeah. When is PAX East?
Wait a minute. So the dude who was just complaining about somebody taking something that was his just snatched some shit out of somebody else's hand.
Yeah.
And it's like, listen up, Mr. Hypocrite.
Yeah.
A little crush on our good friend and dear
It's March 26th.
No, 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th.
I get 26th is when I get there. That's why
That's
that
right.
number's in my head. Yeah.
Neither of these are good.
Ben being
26th to
moderated.
the
Yep.
31st.
Tool and die. That's my motto.
Oh, you're such an idiot. Maybe nosy Nancy shouldn't go nosing around.
I bet the first thing Dan does every morning is put his socks in the freezer, then chug maple syrup, just to get acclimated. How's it going, Gourd Gut Muddy?
Ban them. Who was that? There. I'm done. Adam Wilson, not surprised.
You guys go ahead. I'm just gonna wait here for a bit. See who else is coming.
You mean Mike?
What? I mean, you know, whoever.
Sam?
Did you see this view? I mean,
Right now, the other two people are like, can you just stop walking away and looking at the sky?
take it all in.
We've got shit to do today.
Seriously, couldn't they have built the lodge like right where the cable car ends?
I don't think it would have been like as pretty.
According to Ben, he's already at PAX East. Oh, did he change his Twitter name to at PAX East instead of soon? Well, now we know where your head's at, Ben.
He's just being prepared. People don't need to pick on Ben.
Actually, Ben has a good point. I was thinking the same thing about where in America is this because the mountains were the bomb. Yeah, I mean, that scene was like, whoa, that's really pretty. I don't
Mother.
Got him.
I'm Mike. I'm a jack.
Damn you, Mike. You're gonna be the first to die.
Really should have seen your faces right there.
Dude, I almost clocked you just now.
Nice one.
Michael, you're a jerk.
Cool. Guys, we're all friends here, right? No need for violence, just a little harmless fun. Well, in the woods.
Moxie said Dan, Moxie likes you if that makes you feel better. There you go. See, Uncle Dan, you're all right. If the gun team was in the predicament that the characters of this game are in, who would really survive?
Nobody.
Yeah, probably not. We'd all, it would be feral is what it would be. Heard a rumor that Kevin Bacon might be playing Freddy Krueger in Nightmare Remake?
What?
What? That sounds like a cruel rumor. I don't think that's.
I'm not gonna tell you again.
I can't see that.
Do we understand each other?
Well, I thought maybe we could move past
That's
all
how
this.
fake news gets spread.
And I feel like I just feel like
No.
inadvertently lended it credence.
Be all mature and shit by myself over here.
My money would be on Ben and Dan, it says, as the ones that would survive.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Get all out.
Who said that?
Hanson Goons.
Mm-hmm.
Dan would have the edge because his socks would already be frozen. That's true. That's true.
Bags?
Yeah.
Adam.
All the bags.
That was Adam, wasn't it? Let me-
Why?
No, that wasn't Adam. I don't know what you're talking
It says Adam Wilson right there on what's the screen. I can read that, man.
I need to go find her. I totally forgot I needed to talk to her before we get all the way up there.
This really can't wait. We're almost there.
It's important, Matt, please.
Matt would always have to snack because of the beaties, so he probably wouldn't last. You're right. I'd be like, oh, geez. Blood sugar's either low or high. I'm out.
All right.
I mean, the bad decision is always to split up, right?
So important. I
Sure.
guess I can pack horse it the rest of the way. But you owe me one.
Excuse me?
Well, then we're even at least.
I'll think about it.
Just be careful.
See you up there, sweetie. Thank you.
She's kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Made this guy carry her shit. And she
Yeah.
was like, I'm out.
I like when it shows.
I gotta go
like,
talk to my ex-boyfriend. Will you carry my
it
shit up
shows
there?
their categories when it introduces. It's like intelligent, resourceful. It's like should have been like bitchy.
Not very nice.
You will want her to die. Her eyes glowing. It's creeping me out.
Whoa, hello. Somebody's getting a little friendly. And not in the friend zone kind of way. They might need to check the expiration date on their big breakup.
Ho, 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 girlfriend. Now, you can just.
Oh, motherfucker! Oh, I hate you guys.
He was cool. He's acting cool as a cucumber because he was reading chat. We were both
was.
like,
But not like for real. There you go.
Gosh, oh my god.
Man, I'm really sorry, Ash, Dan.
It's okay, it's fine.
What are you looking at?
Hanson Goon says your beard will keep you warm, and with your denim tuxedo, it will last through some wear and tear. So this is why you would survive the zombie apocalypse here.
Why don't you go ahead and look down there? See what you see, my man. Like, what's going on?
Son of a bitch. Seriously?
Oh no, my $600 top is ruined. Actual line from Emily in this game. Yeah, she is kind of a bitch.
Ever just nothing with him? Ever?
I don't know.
Damn it.
Matt.
Read.
You know what? Like,
The
that
exact-
might be.
That's probably
might be the bad decision for her.
Oh, you did not just do that.
Put your hands where I can see them. We've got you surrounded.
But who am I to retaliate? What choice do I, a supple young rebel girl, have but to surrender to
So now,
the strapping military
just to like
guards
get
that
up
take
to
me
speed
into
again,
custody?
this guy Matt scared the ever-loving bejesus out of two people on a walkway, and then walks up and threw a snowball at her. Matt is a good
After
friend.
saying, I'll be the mature one then.
Or no, Mike. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Sounds like a
get
good
him.
friend.
Oh, great. You can pay. You know that?
This music though.
Something a little R&B action.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Gun Media with smooth sound.
WGUN.
Oh, snap!
If I'm Emily, I'm going after the dude from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. rather than Milk Toast.
Oh,
Matt.
no.
I mean, I guess.
Matt, are you gonna shoot that bird too?
I'm Dan, but yeah, probably.
I mean, Dan. Sorry. I was listening to Matt talk, and
I wanted to be like, sure, I'll do it. Wes, any films you are excited for this year?
Sometimes doing nothing is the right thing to do.
is there any films I'm excited for this year?
It's a snowball.
It did happen, yeah. He threw it at the. Man, I hate when I get put on the spot about that kind of stuff. I mean, I like Star Wars, of course. So I'm excited about the new Star Wars that's coming out. Are they gonna have another Avengers this year or no? I haven't even been like
Another one this year? I think isn't there one that comes out in like a month or something?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't keep up with it. And then there's Captain Marvel. Isn't that like now?
Friday.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like tomorrow. Yeah.
I'll see that.
I think there's another Spider-Man coming out too.
Oh yeah.
real
Okay.
soon.
Okay. Yep.
Spoderman?
Spoderman?
Okay, that sounds vaguely dirty.
Yeah.
Endgame is in April?
In games. Yeah, in game. That's what I was. My brain was not.
He was just kissing on some other girl. Don't kiss him.
Yeah, geez, man.
Oh, okay. Okay, you're really gonna get it.
What am I gonna get?
Well,
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
but you'll have to wait.
Guess he doesn't want to see Toy Story 4? Is Toy Story 4 really coming?
It is.
I think Wes would actually be into Toy Story.
Isn't that the same time that the Child's Play movie drops?
Yes.
Maybe, yeah. Oh,
Oh no! Why'd I do it?
did you save her? You had one job this whole stream,
Kill us.
to kill everyone. You're a horrible killer.
I mean, I don't feel like that's really an insult.
In this situation, it's a
You're
bad thing.
terrible at murder.
Restart the game.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, we're at an hour.
You tanked the playthrough.
Oh yeah, I do want to see Jordan
Us.
Peele's Us for sure.
Yes. Yes.
I've never heard of Brightburn.
Me either. Yeah. I
Hello.
I'm, looking forward to Captain Marvel, which again, like, is this weekend, and then that was his inner Canadian coming out. You see, this is why you.
It's what he
couldn't do
says,
it.
like, hello.
No, when you couldn't let the girl die, you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what that's about.
The game comes
rolled
up
right
and says,
away.
press a button. And the person who's been playing games for like 30 years is like, push the button, Dan. So I do.
Oh, Midsummer, yes, I saw that trailer.
Which one's Midsummer?
I saw it. People were hyped about it. I didn't click the thing to watch it, but
If I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I think that's the director or writer of Hereditary. So, how do y'all feel about the Child's Play reboot? I think it's kind
Ooh,
of
Dan.
silly to start another universe.
what's it going to be here, Dan?
Man, because they will kill me.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh. Look at you having thirst when you're supposed to be flipping the book.
Trying to drink.
Which one?
Planes. Hands in water?
Yeah. I fear swimming.
I mean,
Doesn't everyone fear drowning?
don't come for me, Justin.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't mean you fear swimming.
No one in the world is like, you know what I enjoy?
I
Good
love drowning. It's so good.
You know what I'm going to do on Saturday? I'm going to go drown a couple times. It's going to be great.
Sometimes I like to just hang out in the pool and drown myself. I mean, again, they're both kind of scary, right?
I mean, if I was going to get killed by something, I would much rather be shot than stabbed.
That's fair.
I mean, snacks.
Snacks or cucarachas?
Cucarachas. Keep the snacks away from me.
Drowning is my Saturday night thing. Yeah, Cosmo Bubba, exactly. You know,
Screw that dude on the left.
it's
Right?
from James Gunn, and the trailer looks like a Superman-esque horror. Oh, cool. That does sound interesting.
I mean, have you guys seen the movie The Crow? That guy's pretty much a badass. I wouldn't want him after me, so.
It's an awesome soundtrack, too.
Screamer Chaotic says, do you ever fantasize about being killed?
That's,
I don't really think about dying that much. I bet Dan would do the polar bear swim. Of course, because for him, it's just like a weekend swim.
actually, I was invited to do that in Finland, and I said no because that's dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
What scares you more, turds or
snacks.
still snacks, huh?
Yeah, snacks are at the top.
Okay.
The top of your list, personal list?
Yeah, like bugs and birds and no snakes, dude.
I just want you to know I feel personally attacked here.
Good.
Nothing scary about insulin. You ever think?
You think it doesn't say what's more scary, a crow or insulin? it's a needle, and I'm obviously like, no clowns, dude. I would go through a horde of zombies to not face that clown.
That is not a dog. That's
That's a wolf.
yeah. They're mislabeling that wolf.
I don't think that storms are more scary than a needle.
Well,
Beyond
if
the black rainbow.
you've had a storm experience. I was trapped outside during a tornado once.
My
I had
wife's
to get,
house.
I had to get under the deck, and it turned my turned my basketball goal that was like
Oh, shit.
cemented in the ground, like "Meow," like turn itself. It was pretty crazy.
My wife's house got hit by lightning and caught fire. So same thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel like that's actually the same thing. I feel like they're two different things. That
Well, it's-
Storms that are scary.
It's a right. It's a
Durr.
nature is trying to kill you. Is what
Yeah.
he's trying to say there. I think.
Storms.
I mean, nature's always trying to kill you.
Speaking of, I started another survival of The Long Dark. This is like my 6th time.
Yeah.
God, I love that game. It's so good.
The artwork in that game is, again, it's another game that
It's like it
find
told-
myself just spacing out. Looking.
Dude, it's such a chill game. Like I love previously on Until Dawn.
So we end it there? That's like, I don't know, man. It's just. What are we doing?
Recap.
Dan, have you ever seen a ghost clown? Chat wants to know.
A ghost clown? No.
Oof.
I call it a basketball hoop. Yeah. He said goal, and I was just gonna let him get away with it, but I was like, yeah. It's
You call it a
basketball.
hoop?
Yeah, it's a hoop. It's goal. I guess that comes from what, like the field goal, right? Isn't it 3-point or
1
not a
year
3-pointer,
later.
but isn't it field goal in basketball?
I mean, that's no.
Anytime you shoot the ball, it's a field goal. Anytime you dunk it, it's not.
See.
I don't know. Sorry.
He said my basketball goal, and I was like, "You're what now? Are you sure you're not Canadian?"
Is that not a term that's
It's a hoop.
widely
Usually called
used?
a
Basketball.
Is it seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what have I done my whole life?
Said the wrong shit.
I apparently
Like, I
have.
don't know. I feel like I'm doing really well hiding my disappointment because my dudes at KU have a 0% chance of winning the conference now.
Yeah.
Just watching that game, and it's like they have a 10% chance.
There's our boy.
Hey. The role as Freddie Mercury was so iconic that now every time I see him, I expect him to be like, "Don't stop me now," you know, like I just wait for it, and it doesn't show up. Man.
I was mad they didn't play in the Bohemian Rhapsody movie the bicycle.
Oh, yeah.
Bicycle.
Yep.
Or they did play Fat Bottom Girls though.
Yes.
That
At
was
some
in there.
point, yeah.
My personal favorite. Oh, thank you.
Hayden Panettiere. Yeah, exactly.
You gonna
Springer.
take me home tonight?
My only real
Just hearing the-
fear, a kid running in front of my car.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm afraid of that too.
I-
Yes, Rami Malek is in
The
it.
dude from Mr. Robot. Yeah, he was also in Night at the Museum.
I didn't realize that. Yeah. I
Yeah,
have seen
the
Night at
tablet that they that the whole
Oh
thing is
yeah,
based
he's
around.
he's the
mummy guy.
Yeah.
Which
Huh.
is that supposed to be Tutankhamun? I don't know.
I don't know.
What else?
Maybe Ramses.
There's another way in. There are a million ways in. There's just
Chat. I don't know.
The Pacific was his first major role. Huh.
Ah, there you go.
get open or something. Wait a second.
Yes, Wes. Yes, Wes.
I don't think it's
I don't know which answer. Ramses or Tutankhamun. I don't know. Just yes.
Way to go,
Yes.
Mel.
Well, it's yes.
That's
back.
King Tut. Okay, got it.
Okay. Of course, Mel was the one who was like, it's actually.
Well, she studied. She
Yeah.
studied that stuff. So
Yep.
she's the smart one.
She jumped in and was like, oh,
She's Indiana Jones.
She is
yeah,
archaeologist.
legit.
It's kind of weird being back up here, huh?
Can we make that her like computer boot up sound?
She should just put it on her business card.
Right.
No, I got. That's what I came down the aisle to with my wife.
Really?
Really?
Are you for real?
100%.
You want to know something funny? I got married on a Friday the 13th.
Huh.
Because I grew up a big fan of it, and it was in the calendar, and we were like, "Yep, let's do that." Everybody's like, "Are you
sure about
sure?"
that?
And
Yeah.
we were like, "Yep." Get some black cats. Let's get married.
don't-
Get married
This
in
whole
a
thing.
graveyard?
Yeah,
Did you?
I like it spooky. No,
Is the TV just really dark, or am I really missing something here?
You're missing something. It's kind of the story of your life, Dan.
Yep.
God, I hate you guys. Like, I know they probably said what to do, but we weren't really paying attention.
Wes wasn't invited to the wedding. Awkward. I didn't even know him yet.
Yeah, we didn't know each other then.
Or Dan, for that matter.
That was how long ago was that?
Coming up on 11 years. I've been married a long-ass time. Yeah.
Congratulations.
I might look young. But I don't look young.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I did, Pardon. How's it going, by the way, Pardon? I left Dan a present on his tweet about the stream. That does not sound good coming from J-Pops. Yep. So you've got...
It makes it sound like he crapped on my desk or something.
Yeah.
Left your present.
Left your present on your tweet.
What now?
Been a while.
That's not a present, J-Pops. That's poop.
Yeah,
He called the shit poop.
like that.
Oh, shit.
Matt, you look mid-20s, says chat.
Chat's
But it was JJC that said it, so I don't know how to take JJC. He's 50% of the time, JJC is making jokes at my expense.
Oh, I see what you're
And
saying.
then the other 50% of the time,
Sometimes
it's my bud.
It's like 50-50, nice to troll.
That's
like,
right.
I got you.
Hey, check this out.
Oh.
Achman Ra. Oh, you're right.
Dan just unfollowed J-Pops live on stream. That's
Oh,
terrible.
snap.
He said, Matt, check this out.
All right, J-Pops.
Sorry, buddy. It was nice knowing you. Let me get this mod off of his name. No.
What's your favorite scene from Airplane? Oh, my God, there's too many.
Yeah.
There are too many.
The one where they're on the airplane?
My favorite one probably, though, is when the little girl is sitting next to the little boy and the waitress walks up and says, coffee? And she says, yes. And she says, black. And she goes, like my men. That one, I lost it first time I saw that. Also, whenever he talks about having a drinking problem and he like, I mean, there's so many.
My favorite is still, I picked the wrong day to quit smoking crack.
Yeah. But he keeps doing different ones, sniffing glue, so on and so forth. And then the crazy guy that works in the tower, whenever he prints out this report and he goes, whatever his name is, what do you make of this? And he hands him the piece of paper. He goes, I can make a brooch. I can make a swan. That shit is fucking hilarious.
Yes.
But I love that kind of comedy. So, yeah, there's so many one-liners from that movie.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That's an amazing movie.
I just want to say good luck. We're all counting on you.
Yeah.
I do that to them sometimes in conference room. I just open the conference room door and say that and shut it.
Like, we'll be an hour into a meeting.
Yeah.
I used to have Wes like, it all depends on you guys.
Sleeper hit kind of gal, you know? And I just want to rip that Parker right
And
off.
that scene where that girl's hysterically crying. So the waitress, the stewardess girl comes up and she's shaking her and smacking her and telling her to snap out of it. And then another guy walks up and is like, stewardess, someone needs you back in seat, whatever. And she's like, okay, thanks. Will you take over for me? And the guy's like, sure.
Thanks.
So he starts saying, and then the camera pans back and there's a line of people waiting to like beat the shit out of this. So good.
Look around you. Look at these beautiful mountains.
So good.
See any parents? I mean,
What do you think of the Chucky reboot? I think it's trash.
Oh,
I don't know. I haven't seen it. So I'm not going to call anything,
oh, I thought he asked a question and you were answering it.
No. I was reading.
I'm like,
I was like,
damn.
I was about to say,
No.
he was like, I haven't seen it, so I don't think anything. I was like, I think you just told him how you feel.
No.
Like, it took a minute. You're like, how do you feel about the Chucky remake? It's trash.
I was like, wow.
Sorry, no, I haven't seen it, so I don't know. I've seen, the little teasers and stuff that are out and the images and things of it. My thought on it was Child's Play, the first one was good because of the time in which it was released. There was all the toys, the crazy toys of that time, Cabbage Patch Kids and Little Sister, or whatever it was called, Kid Sister and
Yep.
My buddy.
and all that stuff. I mean, it was like this huge craze that parents were having to try to find, the toys and stuff. So it's obviously, it was holding a mirror up to culture at that moment. And then the thought of one of those little things coming to life and killing you, is kind of interesting because everyone had one in their house.
Mm-hmm.
Today, like, that doesn't make as much sense. So maybe they're going to do something interesting with it. And I think it is some form of like AI or animatronic little thing or something.
Right.
Kind of would have made more sense, like, to today's culture to be maybe it's an app or a phone or something, even though I don't necessarily think that would mean it's scary. It would just make a little bit more sense to how horror is doing that, reflecting current culture.
That was exactly my thought, because we had a conversation a couple days ago about not realizing the timing of Chucky when you talk about it now, right? And then when you think about the timing of it, you go, oh, right, okay, Cabbage Patch craze. People were fighting each other in department stores and stuff.
Even that scene in the movie in the first one where she's like
Yeah.
back alley dealings, right? Like that went down for Cabbage Patch Kids. Like
And
people were selling them out of the back of like, old Ford Tempo, in their trunk in a dark alleyway behind a Denny's or something, right?
Right. Probably wearing Canadian tuxedos.
Doesn't
But
doesn't this look like a power box to you guys?
Sort of, yeah.
And they're like, let's just push the power box, man. What's
it's,
going to happen?
Like outdoor storage, right?
Yeah, maybe. It does kind of have a power boxy vibe to it.
But also, the other important thing to note there was when the shift toward marketing directly to your kids was starting.
It's true.
Where prior it was parents, check out this great new toy for the holidays.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it was children.
Hey,
you really want
kids.
this thing, right?
Yep.
And so that kind of
What
helped.
rolls downstairs?
Right.
Over with pears. Yep.
And that kind of helped motivate the whole
That was a Ren and Stimpy reference to anyone in chat that didn't get that one.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say an over the neighbor's dog.
Thank you.
Yeah, with the climbing up the rope.
I had Cabbage Patch Pogs. Well, that's like super meta.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they made those. I do remember Pogs, though.
I don't think so.
I had garbage pail pogs.
Did you guys collect pencils in middle school so you could break pencils? Like you play the game, someone holds a pencil like this, like long ways, and then you have your pencil, and you have to like kind of bend without breaking the pencil, and you have to try to break their pencil in half.
No,
do that?
if I burned through a bunch of pencils, my mom would have kicked my ass.
Chat, did you guys do that when you were growing up and kid? Like this was middle school days for me. Is they would, I don't know what they call it, pencil break or something. I don't know what they call it, but people would collect these pencils, right? That were like trying to find the best pencil that could withstand multiple hits and then be able to deal a lot of damage. I don't know. Maybe I was poor.
The realization just, he was like, wait a minute.
Oh God, it's hitting me.
Maybe I was poor. Sounds like a Southern thing, JJC said.
Wes, we did that. Okay, good. Hanson Goons did it.
Production Rob just said, yeah, we did that.
Rob did it. The game was just called Pencils. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Showing our age. Yeah, I know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm an old mummy fart as well, and I didn't have Pogs and Tamagotchis and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, I didn't either.
That was all before.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of with Dan on this one.
Yes.
I came home and I was like, I need more pencils. My mom would be like, "What the hell are you doing with all your pencils?"
My mom would be like, what?
Yeah.
I know you don't write that much.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you find pencils all the time in school anyway.
and it would hurt your hands too.
It would sting. Like if you had a really strong pencil and someone hit really hard and it didn't break your pencil, it would like sting through your hands. Man, it was.
I do remember this though. Being a kid in elementary school, all of our like playground games were designed to hurt somebody.
Oh sure.
They were all like,
Emotionally.
yeah, emotionally and physically. It was always like, if I pull your feet out from under you, who could not get knocked out? And you're like, this is not a game. This
See, that was as soon
violence.
as our family got a trampoline, because I grew up, I had two brothers. And so that was, as soon as we got the trampoline, we are like, okay, step one, how do we like make each other pass out on this?
Right. Remember when like the stories would go around about, oh, if you do this thing and then somebody pushes.
Yeah,
right here,
yeah,
you try to
exactly,
stand-
exactly.
We were all like, yeah, make me pass out.
100%,
Yeah,
100%.
It was nowadays
It's a miracle that, I don't know. When I think about it, like from birth until you're probably 20, you're in a constant state of trying to kill yourself.
yes.
Not in a suicidal way. I just mean you just do a bunch of dumb shit.
Yep. As a father,
You're aware of this.
100%,
Yeah.
100% agree. My life since becoming a dad consists of don't put that in the outlet or
Yeah.
like, that's not edible or
Dude, when I was 15, I got on a trampoline and strapped a snowboard to my feet and started jumping up and down on the trampoline with other people. And I was like, hey, see how high you can bounce? But you know how you could like double bounce or whatever? Like they did it to me, and I go flying off the trampoline and I land head first into the ground.
get up.
Right? Should have probably been in a wheelchair the rest of my life.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, that was awesome.
Yep.
It's just stupid stuff, man. And then I got signed to Burton Snowboards, and no, I didn't at all.
When they had that trampoline snowboard team.
When they had that, yeah, it was part of the, it was not the X Games, the Y Games.
Yeah, part of the Mad
why
Idea games
Yeah.
Like, why are you here?
Why are you watching this game? Yeah, totally it.
on ESPN, the Ocho. Yeah, no, everything we did as kids was designed to maim you, and it's a miracle that you don't have more scars.
Yeah,
My kids.
you weren't poor if you had a trampoline. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Like, I wanted a trampoline. I was told to find some friends that had one. Mom, can we get a trampoline?
Nope.
The worst is, though, the strangest thing about children is when they're not talking yet. And so they go to do something absurd, and you try to reason with, just naturally in conversation, as I would do if you stuck a fork in that outlet over there. I'd be like, Wes, what are you doing? When they're so little and they're not communicating with you yet, you have those moments where you still try to explain something to them, and they just look at you, and they'll stare at you for a second. They get bored of hearing you, and they just go
back. I'm gonna do this again.
Yeah, and you're like, I'm in the middle of telling you why that will literally kill you, and you're doing it in front of me, and it's just, it's maddening. Yeah, this is why we drink.
I'm having a hell of a time finding this can of deodorant.
That's what you're looking for?
Yeah, they're like, just find a can of deodorant.
If you made a
Not that
Halloween game, would it include the Myers house from '78 and the hospital from H12, 1981? H12?
H2. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, H2. Got it. Saw the next one there on that.
I was gonna say we miss a lot of movies if that's the case.
If you made a game, Halloween game, would it include the Myers house from? I mean, if you were to make a Halloween game, you would try to include as many elements as you possibly can.
Sure.
I'm sure it's similar to like with Friday where things are kind of broken up. The license isn't complete.
Right.
Like with Friday, we didn't get carte blanche. You can touch everything. There are elements we have to go back and request, and there are likenesses, and there are all these. It's really complicated. And the older an IP is, usually the more all over the place that it is, where multiple entities own something or another associated with the IP. It's like the original writer has, maybe location rights, and it's like, somebody else has the rights to the character names, but you don't get likeness. You have to pay the actors for that likeness. And if you want to reference, something from some other film and it wasn't included in those rights, you have to go and find out who owns that. And it can be complicated, I'm sure. I mean, Halloween's probably no different, but ideally though, if you were to make it, you would want to get as much as you could in there.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. One of the things that you noted that I think is important here is, when you guys were doing Friday, you want to include everything you can, obviously.
Oh yeah,
natural. I mean, you don't set out to say, let's already hedge this here. You want to include all of those things that are immediately recognizable to fans.
Oh yeah,
because again, at the core, everybody here at Gun is fans themselves.
Oh yeah. Do you think a Halloween game would work work in multiplayer like Friday the 13th, or would it have to be single player driven? I mean, I think you could do either or. Yeah. I could see either of those working. If you were to go single player with it, the AI would have to be pretty good, depending on what am I playing as? Yeah. As Michael, or am I playing as someone trying to run from a Michael?
Which brings up a whole other interesting question, because in Friday the main thought always, well, I don't know, maybe I'm sick and twisted, but main thought for me would always be, I want to be Jason. I want to play as Jason, like a no-brainer. Yeah. You know what I mean? So again,
it's a power trip, and it in the previous version of Friday on the NES, you didn't get to be Jason, right? So that was definitely a top priority.
What's funny is, I was having a conversation with, this is a pretty funny story. I was having a conversation with a creative director that had worked on, his name's Dean Evans, he worked on Far Cry Blood Dragon. And we were having a conversation on Twitter about craziest games you could think of. We're going back before I ever worked in games. And we had this conversation about, you need to make a game. I think I said to Dean, you need to make a game where you can play as Jason and just slaughter everyone. Yeah. He was like, that'll never get by. Right. And that was his exact. Dean Evans, of all people, who has come up with some of the most outlandish shit I've ever seen, was like, that would never get through. And fast forward a couple of years, and you guys were like, you know what we're going to do? Yeah.
Those ESRB meetings were...
That had to be a nightmare, right?
No, they were just... it was interesting. Yeah. Like, to learn what raises an eyebrow and what doesn't. Yeah. That was, and in those conversations, which are very much a business conversation, that the questions that get asked to us by the ESRB with a straight face, and we have to answer them with a straight face, it was challenging. I bet it was challenging for me to remain, a professional and be able to answer their questions. And
I equate it to, you know, hearing stories about.
I mean, one of the questions was when we were discussing, because every time you have something new that you add to the game, the ESRB has to take a look at it too, right? Because if you're changing the main version of the game by adding something new to it, they have to make sure you didn't just add something that breaks from your rating, right? So we were discussing swimsuits, right? So this was before the swimsuits were ever announced or anything like that. And we had to go to them, and we didn't have it finished yet. So the first step is like questions that they just ask, like tell us about it, and then when you have it done, send us screenshots and video footage of the content. And we're like, okay, so we're like setting in this meeting with them, and we're explaining what it is. And the straight face, the guy's like, oh, okay, so if Jason is ever killing one of the counselors, can you see a counselor butthole? See?
And then you're sitting there
I'm
and
like,
you're like, well, that's a wonderful question.
Right, because before that, it was like, is someone wearing thongs? How much of the butt cheek is showing? You know, like how far does it go like that? You know, like, so yeah.
And you being the butt boss, you just probably wanted to launch into your...
Oh, yeah, no, I had a complete thesis with slides and, like, explain the whole
multiple
deal.
PowerPoints.
Yeah.
What I was going to say was my guess, because I haven't sat through any of those meetings myself, is I would equate that to when you're a huge fan of a movie and you want to read all the trivia about it and you hear about the things they changed and cut, because the wormhole starts out with deleted scenes to, well, this was cut for MPAA reasons.
Yeah,
and, same kind of thing. They were like, we, one of the Friday the 13th, they showed the head squish, but they couldn't show the blood coming out because it was like, it would tip them over for the amount of blood and all that. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. I have great screenshots of Chad Speedo. Wait, well, can you? People want to know. What? Huh? Oh, can you see someone's bottle? Hanson Goons, come on, man.
But his ratings are crazy. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, the ESRB guys and gals that work there were awesome people, though, and they all, knew of the franchise, obviously, and kind of knew what to expect going into the conversation. And none of it was ridiculous. There wasn't one thing that they were like, we're either concerned about this or asked questions about that. None of it was like, what the hell? It was always like, yeah, that makes sense that you would ask about that.
Right.
Hey, a lot of it was like,
how is there no bathroom in this house?
Oh, sorry.
Like player agency of a potential victim.
Right.
Like what can they do? Right? Can they defend themselves?
How is there not a bathroom? How have you not found the deodorant yet?
I know.
Chat.
It's like 30 minutes.
I'm skipping questions where they're like, find the goddamn deodorant, Dan.
I know. If y'all want to tell me where it is,
But at any point, would you be able to show more, like photo collectibles and stuff from Friday 13th that were never added to the game, like the Lazarus experience, etc. Maybe at some point, I still think that, that wound for everybody is a little fresh, and for me talking about stuff like, hey, look at this stuff that they didn't let us add to the game, it's just going to stir up more people being upset and wanting to point fingers and be mad about it.
I don't know where the bathroom.
But at some point, potentially in the future, I would see that happening, because I would like to see some of that stuff come to light just for the artists that worked on it.
Yeah.
So that they're not like, man, we did all that work and it's just going to sit there forever. No one's ever going to see it. Like, just so people see that, that stuff, there was hard work put into that.
Yeah, I have to agree, though. I feel like he says you're in it. You're in the upstairs bathroom. But I have to agree. I feel that there's a certain level of interest in these things, but being cautious of where the interest in that crosses over into it's almost, for lack of a better term, masochistic, to be like, look at the things that couldn't be. And to do that to folks is
what the shit?
What was that?
So you could get scared.
What was that? What animal was that? A raccoon or something?
Yeah, it looked like a honey badger.
Yeah, which wouldn't have run past him.
No.
Would have laid right into it.
Like, thanks for the arm, asshole.
Fingers are tasty.
We're freezing our buns off out here.
Where?
We
I'm
love you
standing
guys no
outside
matter
doing
what.
nothing.
I'm super excited for Layers 2. Thanks, Pancun. And Layers 2, as a matter of fact, I think it's safe to say, there's some folks doing a playtest of Layers of Fear 2 in this building right now.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean,
a room over.
dangles the tease there a little more. Yeah.
Dude, I think that may have been a honey
It's a
badger.
freaking honey badger, right? Would have mauled that whole group.
That dude, it would still be eating that dude
Yes.
upstairs.
100%
that's
agree.
true. Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't have finished snacking on him before it got to these people.
That wasn't Hugh Jackman. I don't know what this guy's calling him.
He called it a Wolverine.
Oh, was it?
He said, "Oh, it's
Was
just
there a
little
difference?
Wolverine."
I don't know my.
No, honey badgers and wolverines are different, definitely.
Are they? Okay.
I mean, I'm from New Jersey. We don't have either, but I'm assuming we have like pigeons.
I don't have Nat Geo channel, so I don't.
Ah, shit.
I don't know. I'm not an entomologist.
But you're from Canada. Do they have those up there?
Coming in and out?
Not a lot
You might want to double check on that term too. I'm not sure. Animalist.
Animal.
I'm not 100%.
I do that shit all the time, and it just flies past people.
I heard ologist, and I just was like, yeah, legit.
Make yourself at home, bro.
Will do.
Yeah, come on in. Take a load off. Have whatever you want. You just take whatever you want anyway, right?
Whoa. Easy there, cowboy.
Oh, sorry.
I was like,
I'm kicking you over here.
It's like Wesley's trying to tell me something, but there's a full screen camera on us.
Right. No, I just.
Yeah, one is in Red Dawn. There you go. Perfect. Hanson goes, Wolverines.
To each other. Been a while, so we hugged and I said hello.
Let's Players.
Right.
Red Dawn is a great movie, absolutely.
I'm sure it's all it was. You know what?
Which one?
Think whatever you want.
The original.
Free country.
Come on,
Watch
man.
yourself, Mike.
Come on, man.
I'm trying to cause a fight or get somebody killed, but it's not happening. So far, the only things that have died are like a squirrel and a bird.
Oh, at the beginning, you killed 2 people. The 2 girls that fell off the cliff.
I mean,
Oh my.
spoilers.
Body count.
Doesn't matter.
It happened.
Well, this girl that's with like 2 people, she's like, "Oh, are you trying to kiss his whole face?"
Territory, honey.
Excuse me? Did you say something?
Oh, did you not hear me? Was your sluttiness too loud?
Ooh.
Better she didn't make the cut.
Yeah, it's all a big cattle call with that dreamboat. Congrats, you're top cow.
Cuts real deep calling Miss Homecoming a cow.
Mm-hmm.
Provoke him. Do it, you won't.
You're making everyone uncomfortable, Jess.
Yeah, Jess.
Much? Emily too frigid for you too.
Oh, he went after. He should have gone after Emily.
That's uncalled. Look,
Whatever.
Damn.
I don't give a crap what you think.
At least I can think. 4.0, bitch. Honor roll. Suck on that when you're trying to sleep your way into a job.
Who needs grades?
Suck on my honor roll.
Advantages you can
This is
handle.
getting
Oh,
extremely personal.
Red with your stinky ass.
Are you
Ooh.
serious? Do you think that's insulting?
Who buys bread with their ass, though?
The bitch is on crack.
Do it.
Shut your mouth.
Agent of Chaos.
okay?
No. You're the one who needs to keep your nose out of other people's business.
I'm about to get right up in your business, you bitch.
Whoa.
Bitch.
Down to get real.
She's down to get real.
Swing, you won't.
This is not why we came up here.
Mr. Robot's telling you to fucking stop,
This
guys.
is not why we came up. We came up here to
We
sing.
get along for a few minutes and maybe we need a little bit of a break, right? Mike, why don't you check out the guest cabin that I told you about?
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Want to go do that?
Any place without that whore.
Whoa.
Although talking
Right up the trail.
a film near and dear to our hearts, so bringing up Return of the Living Dead again.
Oh, Return of the Living Dead is.
A movie.
See, Dan's not.
Dan is a hater. is what
He's
Dan-
not as in love with it as we are. And I was on YouTube the other day, and like the second one, it was just posted on YouTube. Here it is. You can watch the second one in its full entirety. I was like, wait, what? Like, how can there be just? It may have been illegal, so oops, but it was there.
I thought it was pretty funny. Me and my wife were talking about Return of the Living Dead, and I was like, we were talking about James Cameron. Rest in peace, James Cameron, one of the most
Yep.
cuddly-looking dudes ever. Remember him from Mr. Passmark all the way through.
He was also in Poltergeist.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
and I mess the lineup usually, but it's you move the headstones, but not the bodies.
There you go.
Yeah, so, oh, we got a raid going on.
Come on.
We have a raid coming in from Bicycle of Death. Whoa, thank you, Bicycle of Death. So, yes, I was telling Kirsten that James Cameron and Tom Matthews actually play the two, like, hapless goons in part 2. And she was like, no way, get out of here. How do they explain that away? I was like, well, the genius part of it is they just don't.
They don't care. Right.
They're just like, hey, man, we
Hey,
want to put these two guys back.
These are fan favorites. Put them in.
Yeah. Not a bad question, Bert. That's right, Mom.
The awesome thing is they just don't. They don't care.
That's the amazing part about it, because they were like, hey, look, fans want to see these guys again. Let's just put them in the second one. And then everybody was like, yeah, sure.
Cabin anyway.
This cabin
Zombies shouldn't talk unless it's Bub.
coziest,
But, I mean, you know,
loved engine.
I'm a fan of people getting outside of those genre kind of norms. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know you're with me on this, but
Yeah, I am for sure.
what do you think about that, Dan? You're the purist? You're like, zombies don't talk and run and...
Yeah, I mean, I don't think a reanimated corpse should talk and run, and that's what you're.
But why do you
talking about when
draw?
say
Why do you
visual
draw the
zombie.
lines at all the other muscle groups can move except their vocal cords?
No, because they do, but it's like because it's not the brain that's doing. It's like the brain stem. It's lower function that's continuing to work.
But they're not carrying on high intellectual conversations. They're kind of just
Josh was flirting with
right.
me.
I love you. I want your brains. I
but who's
mean,
in the
Oh, that's
process?
right. When he was turning, though.
Yeah.
So he was still, probably 25% human.
well, there's the.
But there's the lady on the table, and they ask her questions, and she understands the questions and responds to them.
Yeah, I mean,
but her responses are short, and I don't know. There's still that part of the brain. I feel like that. I don't know.
like, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's just you guys are like.
I'm not putting it in the upper echelons. It's not a fucking Criterion collection.
Have you met this guy?
Like,
Hold on.
I mean,
Excuse me, sir. No.
Do I even know you, Mr. Mustache? Like,
Listen, I feel like I have to explain here, though. I love the movie for what it is.
Yeah.
I think that's the important thing. I don't get too crazy about.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, though, I disagree with you, Dan. I think that.
I mean, it's like fast food or your cheat meal or something.
Sure.
Like I know this ain't good, but I love watching it.
Sure.
Same kind of thing.
I want to get a couple of shout outs real quick. Bicycle of Death, Galaxy Graves, Grindhead Jim. We got Medav, Zombie Mage. We have Bugasm. How's it going, buddy? We got a bunch of folks that just came in through Bicycle of Death's channel. I want to make sure I got a hello out to you. But yeah, it's campy, and that makes it good. One and only Bond gets it. See? It's a comedy. It's not supposed to be compared to the Romero movies. And, one of the things Zombie Mage that she brought up here, which, again, me and Wes, we sometimes meet at the coffee machine and talk about Return of the Living Dead because this is one of the best parts about working at Gunn. But we've had this conversation already. Trying to make sure that they intentionally put a little bit of room between them and the Romero films, which I think there's something admirable to that, and creating some of those other elements. It also makes way for the brains conversation, which is now, people think of zombies eating brains, not just eating flesh, and it's a given in the world of zombies, which doesn't come without zombies talking.
Right.
So,
what about that, Dan? What about zombies saying brains? Is that okay?
they're allowed to use their vocal cords for that.
oh my God!
They're not allowed to say.
No, I'm just questioning. I'm just curious
Is it okay? I mean, whatever
you draw the line.
whatever the person who makes the movie wants to do is fine.
I know, but you previously said zombies can go,
Right.
but if they put together a word, you're like, I'm just curious if is that where you draw it? They can make sounds, but they can't make words.
I mean, yeah, that's
Good answer, Dan.
All right.
that feels right.
Okay.
But yeah, hey man, and last thing I'll mention.
Oh, what the?
You got punched by a clown.
Wow.
I told you, man.
He heard how you feel
I hate
about
those
Return of the Living
goddamn
Dead.
clowns.
The last thing I will say is Tarman is the most iconic zombie in the history of zombies. Something that is generally a forgettable crowd horde kind of thing. As a singular zombie, I challenge anybody to think of one zombie that stands out as much as
Maybe the zombie.
Bicycle girl.
I don't know what you're talking about. From Fulci, the zombie Fulci,
That's
the one that comes up and he's got the bad teeth. It was used on the cover art. Like maybe I still would say Tarman's probably.
But I could see that being close because of the amount of how prevalent
It was used really heavily, and you could tell that's where they spent the largest budget on their on the zombie makeup and practical on that one zombie, and the camera zoomed right up on him. He had worms on him and stuff.
Sure.
So maybe that one.
Bicycle of Death says I like bicycle girls. I don't think he knows what you're talking about, though. Bub. What?
Bicycle Girl is
Bub,
the,
yeah,
it's
from-
like the half body beside the bicycle in the first
Walking Dead.
first
Season
episode
1,
of like The Walking Dead. Yeah.
that he says he's like really sorry this happened to you and all that stuff. Really?
Yeah.
Really? That's what you would put that over Tarman? Or at the same level?
Above. They actually made like a whole prequel. thing
Chat,
for
there's
it.
an employment opening at Gun. Please
Jesus
send your
Christ.
resumes.
Damn.
Dan is a dumb dumb.
doesn't like Tarman.
Dan's a dumb dumb.
He's fired.
No, I didn't say you didn't like Tarman. It's the fact that you're comparing the two things as if that zombie is at the same.
Yeah. The fact that bicycle girl is the
How
name
many
of it.
how many
doesn't even have a name.
T-shirts, stickers?
That is the character's name. That's what they call her.
But
Just like
people
they call
don't-
Tarman because
But if
his
you walked
skin's
into a
melting.
horror convention and you had everyone could all hear you on a microphone and you said, somebody tell me who Bicycle Girl Zombie is, do you think more than 25% of the audience would know what you're talking about?
Yeah,
No.
I do.
Just a process of math. You had 3 people in this room and only you knew it.
Which is 33%.
He said just the
More than
process of
25.
math.
I'm just saying.
Bub and zombie fighting a shark and zombie.
Bub
Oh,
was the last installment before they went crazy with Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, right? Where
Okay.
the zombie had the headphones, and he could like say some words and stuff.
See, I don't know. I wasn't. I know I'm gonna anger people, but I'm not really a huge fan of Day of the Dead as much as I am Dawn.
I know, like,
Yeah.
they eventually got to the part where what was the mechanic zombie even picked up a rifle
Yeah,
and they were like shooting it.
that was Land,
That
right?
was Land of the Dead, and it just
Yeah.
it was like years late on things that zombies were doing in Return. Sorry to say, but yeah. Is it Pick on Dan Day? It's always Pick on Dan Day. Great practical effects. Yes, Bond, you're absolutely right, and I can't deny that from Day of the Dead. But
I mean,
it's
I got the
just-
shirt, son. I mean,
Right. And we've had this conversation about the practical effects. As a matter of fact, I almost tackled Mel, who you guys know as Gun Media Help and Gun Media Support. And I was like, Mel, this is the part I was talking about. We had Hellraiser on in the community room earlier, and the blood going through the floor. And I was telling her about how they pumped it from the bottom and then played it in reverse so there wouldn't be any blood stains and all this cool stuff. And yeah, I'm a fan of the practical, and I can appreciate that from Day of the Dead. But
is it? Give me a second. I'll think of it. There's a zombie movie from the 70s. Gosh, what is the name of that movie? Where there's Nazi zombie soldiers that are underwater.
Let me just try.
They're like, the movie opens with them, they're underwater. And
It's too heavy.
oh, what is the name of that movie? And the girl goes swimming in it. She is, she with no clothes on.
oh, okay.
Yeah. And these, I wish I could remember the name of that
Hearing
movie.
Wes try to get to that just now was great because he was
I'm like,
and-
how do I say you get to see everything? Like,
I think Dead Snow, Land of
No.
the Leaf says, but Dead Snow is new.
Dead Snow is great. This was like in the 70s.
Yeah.
Man, I can't remember the name of that movie.
Shockwaves?
I'll think of it. It'll come to me. Like off stream, I'll be like, it was this movie.
Yeah, Hanson Goon says it's Shockwaves.
Shockwaves? That doesn't sound familiar. But back then they renamed, like movies like that had several names. It was a foreign movie. It was not in English. I'll tell you that 100%.
Yeah.
All right, Jess.
So it may have been, excuse me, called Shockwaves maybe when they got distributed here, but
Sorry,
It was like when. Oh, I'm sorry.
this guy's a dick.
excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Is that
like,
Mike?
Yeah, I'm not coming. Hey, have the flashlight. See ya.
Mike is a dick, yeah. He's a Chad. That was like when you tried to tell me to watch Bay of Blood, and you were like, or it's also called Twitch of the Death Nerve. I was
Or-
like, those two titles are nothing alike.
Right, yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty common back then. Because basically someone would buy distribution rights and then rename it and then resubmit it to hope that it would get a band again. Because being able to stick the "This has got band" sticker on it would mean increased sales. Sure.
It's like the Cannibal Holocaust.
Exactly.
Nuggets, how's it going, buddy? Put a poster up in Discord of the LP soon, Wes. Cool. Anyone remember the Spanish movie with an island of murderous children? Whoa.
Mm-mm.
And Madav, if I'm getting your name right, sorry about that. I miss practical effects in horror. You're preaching to the choir here.
Well, hello.
Can we ban nuggets here too? Yeah, we'll have to work on that command. I was tempted to scream, Mom, Nuggets is here in the gun chat, but I didn't want to blow out my partner's eardrums here. So you still looking for deodorant in the mines there, Dan? Yeah?
Getting a little tight on time.
Yeah.
As a heads up. Probably ought to wrap it up here in the next
Are you okay?
maybe 10 minutes or so.
I want somebody to die.
Dan talked a good game about this stream and how he was going to come in here and murder everyone. I
Well,
don't think you've killed
no,
him.
I said it
But
was
he's not-
all bad
He hasn't
decisions.
got to a lot of those natural points that happen anyway. I mean, he's
Be
still
fair.
probably got another almost full hour before you really get to start doing the. If I make this one decision, somebody dies instantly.
We'll just
I
have to
don't
make
think
this one a
the,
multi-parter.
I don't think the icicle even would have done it. I know he was saying, oh,
I don't know what happens because I think I saved him too, so I don't know if does it fall through and kill him or.
I don't think it kills him that early on.
We'll save it for the cabin buster.
Excuse me. You saved that for the cabin.
10-hour stream hype. Yeah, just turn this into a 24-hour marathon. How's it going, Betty? Splinter. They built a gas station and hired a gymnast, flexible stunt dude to be the monster.
This place is like historical.
This place is historic.
Place is like historical.
There's like dead shit on the wall.
I don't think miners were getting their arts and crafts on now.
And a cigar. The history.
Shrine or something.
Shrine to what?
Whoa.
You alright?
Close one.
I don't think this place.
Wes, check horror chat and Discord.
I will. I don't have Discord up on this computer.
Right.
As soon as we get out of the stream, though, I'll go check it out.
And actually, for those of you who are just coming in with the Bicycle of Death raid and et cetera, you're watching Gun Media Tales from the Stream. This is our Thursday show where we hang out, we play video games, horror games mostly, exclusively, talk horror chat, sometimes other things. We just hang out and have fun with our community. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out and sticking around. On Tuesdays, we have a new show called Beyond, which is where we take the opportunity to sit down and talk about all the things that Gun Media might be involved with, working with, anything like that. Generally speaking, that's where we'll answer any of those types of questions. Here, we try to keep it a little more light and have a good time with you guys. Exclamation point, Discord in the chat. We'll bring up the Discord that the community was just talking about, dropping some cool horror stuff in. We are pretty active in there, and we chat with our community in there pretty often about all types.
Thursday show's awesome. It's horror nerds being horror nerds. Couldn't have said it better.
That's perfect, Mike. Yep.
That's exactly what it is. And then sometimes we talk about food and scrambled porn.
I was waiting. I was trying not to say squiggle vision, and I was like, Wes will get it. Wes will do it.
Gun after dark.
You're watching Gun Media, talking about squiggle porn and Cheetos?
It's a deadly combination.
Dan is actually, this is, if you guys are just tuning in also, the Bad Decisions with Dan. This is Dan, our Director of Communications and Marketing, trying to kill some teenagers in Until Dawn, but apparently they want us to get the story first before we start slaughtering people. I joke, but this is Until Dawn's a favorite of ours here at Gun, and it's a great game. There's a lot of really...
Yeah, I never heard it called Squiggle Vision. You're the first person I've ever heard.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Somebody just wrote Squiggle Vision. I'm like, yeah, I've never heard that either.
Yeah, that's, I mean, as kids, yeah. Walking around.
I mean, when you say it, even if you've never heard that phrase, if you say it, you know exactly what you're talking about. I've just never heard it.
Oh, yeah.
I've never heard that term.
Oh, yeah. You would, catch people on your way up to the corner store when we were kids. You'd be like, you know what I saw on Squiggle Vision the other day? And you'd be like, what? Well, hold on.
Bob.
You stop and be like, hang on.
What did you see?
A single Bob. That's what we called it, too. See, Bond's got my back. Oh, yeah, Retro Betty. This is Until Dawn. It's amazing. It's basically a game where you can, it works off of the butterfly effect and how the choices you make determine what happens in the title.
There's a lot of games that claim that. This one, like, there's a genuine...
Yeah, this one, I've done dumb things on my playthrough.
Yeah.
It's like, there was a sound. Should we go check that out? Go check it out. Head ripped off. And it's like,
oh, shit.
oh, damn.
Yeah.
All right. That was like 3 hours of keeping you alive gone.
Yes, Gary.
Did you enjoy the Wes skin from Mortal Kombat 11 picture? I don't... Are y'all?
Wes
you guys-
hasn't been in the Discord in a few minutes, but you tagged him in it. Don't worry, I'm sure.
Yeah, when I get on, I haven't been on all day today.
It's your head on Kano.
Yesterday, I think I was on mid-morning, and then it was like phone calls until maybe 10 p.m. last night. So
Watch out for it, Brave.
rats with wings.
Oh, poor Mikey. The little birdie needs his panties all bunched up.
Say so gross.
Look at he's like really upset.
Shit.
No, like disease.
A bird flew at me. I'm probably gonna die now.
What is all this nature about? God damn it.
They made a particular Kano look a lot like Wes. Oh, I got you.
The original looked a lot like you
All right.
already, and then
Yeah.
they just went and plugged in.
Well, there's a GIF from I think it's Arrested Development, or is it Tobias, the bald guy with the mustache, or he has like at one point in the show. Chat will have to help out, but there's a specific GIF of a guy in the shower and he's got his hands up like this. And he's crying. It's a side profile.
Yeah.
And I mistakenly used that at one point. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, is that actually you?" And then when I looked at it, I go, "Damn, it does kind of look like me in the shower."
Wes, why are you so sad?
Like, who took the picture of you in the shower crying?
I feel like we missed something here.
You got something on your face.
So I figured,
Yes,
yeah.
Tobias. Yeah, I thought that was his name.
Gary Graves said, "Oh Lord, that photo." Yeah, he hasn't seen it yet. I'm sure he's gonna like it.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. Print it out, get it on a shirt.
Last time the community did that, he posted in our work channel, and he was like, "Why do they?" Do
I think
this?
just like why? Like
Why?
Why do people spend the time?
Wes is never nude. That's interestingly specific there, Hanson Goons.
I bathe full clothing
Yeah,
always.
with the jacket on and everything.
Hmm.
How's it going, Kaylee Phoenix?
Oh, do you need any help with that? Hi,
Because they love
guys.
you, Wes. I mean, I know it's all in good fun, and you know, I'm fine with it. But it's all, at the same time, though, it is kind of weird when you're like, what? They put my face on a what? You know,
I'm telling you, my favorite is you on Shelley in the store.
That one was
with
pretty
the Club
good.
magazine.
Yeah,
I was, and that big smile on your face.
they spent a good. I mean, there was some Photoshop skill in there to blend that. I was like, oh, it looks pretty good actually.
As a matter of fact, that's also the first time I got fired from Gun because I said I was going to print it on a T-shirt
Yeah,
for the stream,
I
and he
did.
was like, "You're fired."
That was not the first time you were fired.
Well, you fired me a bunch of times, but that was the first time the president of the company fired me. I mean, I feel like that one is noteworthy.
Yeah, it's true.
I think Wes fired me within a week.
Probably.
And you're like, wow, congrats, you just beat Ben.
Yeah.
That's and I was like, awesome. And you're like, not something to be proud
Not
of.
something to be. No.
We're getting close to the 5 o'clock.
Yeah, we need to. Is it? Are we at a spot here? Or
No, like it just switched
It
seats.
just keeps going.
I spent like half an hour looking for that damn deodorant.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I got fired day one, Ben says. You noobs. Yeah. Well, you know, your record lives.
The best one though, and we can go out on this note, I guess. The best was I had this box in my office. It was like a metal box that I got from the guys at Rockstar from Grand Theft
yeah.
Auto 4.
It was in here.
Yeah, it used to be in here. We were using it to prop something up. It was on my desk, and it has a lock, and you know, it opens, you know, like this or whatever. And so there was nothing in it except for I wrote on a note, "Ben, you're fired." And I stuck it in the box and locked it and set it on my desk. And it sat there for like 2 weeks, right? Just sitting on the edge of my desk. And Ben would come in sometimes and ask me a couple questions or whatever, then leave. But one day he comes in and walks over there, and he's there talking to me. I see him. He's kind of poking, kind of flipping around at the box on my desk as he's talking to me. And then he reaches down, turns the key, opens it up, looks at it. He's like, "Son of a bitch!" I'm like, man, that was two weeks in the
Right.
making.
That's a long game.
That's
yeah.
that's the long game.
I
Totally worth it though. Ben, yep, GTA box, yep. Yeah.
This narrative is false.
No, it is
That's-
not. That is
No.
not false. You know that should happen. The other one was the Christmas gift where everyone got a little box, and inside the box was like an Amazon gift card or whatever, and everyone's going around opening theirs, and Ben's had
You're fired.
yeah no gift card. You're fired. It's not. But he later got the gift card. But
Yeah.
he dropped it on my desk and asked me to open it. That is not what happened at all, dude. No, sir. You came into my office and opened it because he couldn't get it open. That is not what happened. That is not what happened.
Man, Ben.
I mean, I can see you saying that, being like, Ben,
Could you open?
Like, I can't get this damn thing unlocked, man. And then he opens it.
No.
Son of a bitch.
Now, that
But
may
I
have been
can-
a different one that was like, fire me then if I'm wrong. Yeah, well.
Yeah, like, I can totally see.
I can see me coming in there with maybe like a cardboard box that I'd already planned it. But this one, I vividly remember it was sitting on my desk forever because it was a long play, and you finally came in and opened it. Because you were like, you looked down and saw the, oh, GTA 4, that's cool, man. And I was like, yeah, the Rockstar guys gave it to me. And you clicked it open, and bam, got it.
I was going to say, I can picture Ben walking into a room and just not being able to help himself. Oh, from Rockstar, cool.
It's not, that would not be very creative for me to walk in there and say, Ben, will you open this? Yeah, it would have been if it had just been a cardboard box or something, but
Does Ben hold the record for most firings?
100%, yes.
Got it, yeah.
100%.
Just been here long enough.
100%.
Mocking or flattering?
And I just wish Chris would go for it. He's so paralyzed thinking she's gonna shoot him down.
It's not gonna happen.
I haven't been fired in months, though. It's true.
Either if he doesn't go
It's true.
for it, which knowing Chris,
Shit, I got fired like 3 days ago.
Yeah, yeah. Dan fires me every day, so I
Not
just,
every day.
I've stopped hearing it. Now he says, Matt, you're fired. Yeah, all right. Cool.
All the attention is focused on Dan for being fired. Yeah, that's true.
you know, Sam.
Yes.
I was in Queen. You know, Sam, I was in Queen. Anyhow, I think we're going to probably wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Because we could sit here and play this game for days, but yeah.
I think we should come back to this, though.
I think if we
Like next week to get to a point where we can actually start.
killing people,
Yeah.
Are we going to have Dan makes terrible decisions times two?
Yeah, yeah.
Look at the eyes. She's like, oh, God, you guys are going to play this game again? Please don't. Yeah. So,
Cool.
I just remember during the whole period leading up to F-13 releasing, Ben getting fired daily. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that sounds pretty fair. All right, guys, we're going to have to wrap it here, though. Otherwise, we'll end up just sitting here all afternoon hanging out with you guys. We really enjoy these streams on Thursday. We love being able to just spend some time with the community and be normal human beings with you guys for a bit. So thank you guys for tuning in. We don't have a show without you guys tuning in and hanging out with us. So thank you
Absolutely.
for that. And, you know, we're going to be back on Tuesday with another episode of Beyond. Keep an eye out for the news on what that'll cover. And if you haven't yet, ! Discord in the chat. You'll be able to jump into our Discord. You can chat with all of us, much like we do here. We hang out there in the Discord. We also have sections for our titles so we can, you know, field any questions about our games or feedback or something like that. And we also have quite, you know, channels that are more for fun. So, Dan, thanks for being on the sticks. Maybe we'll kill some kids next time. Next week, we'll probably do part 2 of Until Dawn and Bad Decisions with Dan. Wes, thanks for hanging out as always. We appreciate it. Bike is calling us nerds. Great. So on that note, we're going to call it a day here.
Nerds.
And,
Oh, that's an ogre from Revenge of the Nerds. So, yeah.
the quotes. I didn't see the quotes.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
first. So we'll see you guys on Tuesday with Beyond. And yeah, in the meantime, take it easy and we'll talk to you on Discord.
Goodbye, everybody.